Hey YouTube, this is Dr. Wanda. Yesterday was such an emotional day that I felt the need to come back today. One, to just let people know that I'm okay, because I got a lot of messages, um, really inspiring messages, both encouraging, but also, sort of lovingly hugging me through. If you can hug through text, if you can hug through a message, I most certainly felt the love through that. But I also, got some messages of concern, where um, folks were talking about my breathing and, my eyes filling up with tears and all of that. And I'm normal. I'm a woman. I'm stressed. I'm irritated. I'm hurt. And so everyone knows that, but they just want to make sure I'm okay. So I want to say that. So a lot sort of has gotten cleared up and not. And what I learned overnight, um, after the smoke settled, is that essentially the mini library project that I brought here, which is something that is a little bit standard in some communities in the U.S. where they just take a small, like, house looking structure, and we use it for books. It's like a giving library. People put a book in and then you take one out and you leave one behind. But we also use them as like mini food pantries, and so I brought that concept here to Ghana. Nobody's doing that. Nobody heard of it. And what I saw was the dog houses on the side of the road, and I would hire a gentleman, someone that does a little bit of construction, to put some shelves in it, and then I would get a team of artists to design it, and it's always Wonderland's mini library. So my husband has always loved it. I mean, for one, he's like, this is an amazing concept. It should be all over Ghana. Let's make it into an NGO. And I have completely resisted the concept. I ran a not-for-profit, which an NGO is similar to a not-for-profit in the U.S. And I have no interest in that. And I have no interest in it for a couple of reasons. You got to fight to build that board, to have a healthy board that's active, and so that you can have the meetings to meet the requirements of it. You definitely got to have hands on deck for fundraising or some sort of grant writer, because you got to do some funding. And then there's the tax weight. There's this whole issue of what happens with taxes. And so me on the continent, one thing I love about being in Africa is that I'm free. I'm free to use my creativity, apply my academic skills, to test out new ideas, to go into space that people previously said I couldn't even go in, or you would need a special whatever to get in. So I don't want to do that. I've been able to plant 5 libraries without being an NGO, so that's not something that's major to me. Um, well, it turns out that it was major to him. So what he did was he quietly went behind my back and he registered it as a foundation through that very woman, who has been instrumental in destabilizing our marriage. But the reality is that she's in Europe, she's in London, she has some finance or some backers, and so he acted as an opportunist and took advantage of that. So on one hand, he has said to me, "Wait till you see. The pictures are not back. I have been out there. I have planted some things. You'll see that I haven't done anything that is particularly fraudulent." And the truth is, I believe that he's been out there and he's done some things. I saw the picture of the banner. I saw the quality of the picture of him taking pictures of the children. So I know that they've sent their team. Okay, that's not my issue, and I'm definitely not the owner of the concept. Anytime that children can get access to books and literacy and learning, I'm all about that. I'm 33 years in the game. So I never would be against any children having access to more learning, more teaching aids. I've given tons out, okay? This is an integrity issue for me. It's all about integrity. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Is it necessary to be deceptive? Is it necessary to hold information? Is it necessary to take something and go to the other team? So to me, there's more bitter in it than sweet. Now, at the end of the day, the sun also rises. And I spent the first half of my morning kind of, frustrated and in the mopes, and I needed to cry and I needed to purge because it's very, very difficult to be betrayed. And the reality is, most people who betray, they serve it cold. So this one for me was cold. Now, I had to start remembering again who I am. I am probably one of the most disorganized people you'll meet, but I am very much creative and thoughtful. So I said, Wanda, this is one of many concepts, one of many things that you do. You need to stay focused on that reality. That you're not called Dr. Wanda because you're a one-hit wonder. You're called Dr. Wanda because the Lord uses you to manifest many, many good things. So I'm feeling better. I've had several people this morning um, talk to me and counsel me and fuss at me and cry with me, and I needed all of that. And at some point, I sat and I just had to get dressed. You just have to press through all of it. One of my oldest students, she will be 45. She was my student when I was a young teacher. I'm talking like 20 something. And I need to pay those students for having put up with me testing how to teach them, because I was doing, I was not impressive, but they loved me. And we've been walking together forever. She was 16 then, and she told me, she said, she calls me Miss Carmen. That's how long she's known me. She said, when I was looking at you, I've never seen you cry. And she said, I come to you for strength. I come to you for that. And she got so emotional and she was crying and I was listening to her. And I said, yeah, it's time to dust it off and stand back up and move forward, which is actually my way. So I don't want the people that support me, I don't want you depressed. I don't want you sad. I don't want you angry. I want you still following this journey. Um, it's my turn. The reality is I'm not the first to have the okie doke pulled on. I definitely won't be the last. But most of us who are more than one hit wonders are pretty brilliant with the bounce back. So I want to bounce back. I think I need to give myself some time and space. I'm sure I'll have some relapses because I'm living here and he's living here. We're separated, but he's on the compound. Like we're neighbors. He got an apartment on the compound because he said he still wanted to be close. He wanted to help me, look out for me. But that's still no complete healing. You understand? I'm not getting the air I need to just, even think through because I hear that voice, I see that face. Um, and for the most part, we've been amicable, but he shared and didn't share. So um, I guess that's what I wanted to tell you, that the sun also rises, and so does Dr. Wanda. I will be okay. I want to get back to what I came for to this country. Besides this marital unit, um, it's Wanda lands because wherever she lands, um, she starts to do good work. And so I want to petition the Lord to remind me, keep me in that space. Um, I will be honest. I am binding any snare, anything that is set to get in my way, because I really feel like, in particular, I've been under a lot of spiritual attack. It feels like it's coming from a lot of angles, and again, it's my turn. I'm not anyone special. It happens to other people, and it simply seems like it's my turn. And whenever it's happening, I can tell you, it ain't no fun. So, um, but I'm anticipating my daughter's 12th birthday. I'm anticipating the collaborations I'm doing. There are other collaborations I'm working on that I'm excited about. I just simply want to get into a different mind space about this whole thing. And then I'm so, so, so excited about everything that's happening around the business, Wonderland's Naturals. And yeah, I think I need to come out of that junk because I done already fought. I done already put them dukes up. Um, and so once you done kick somebody butt, you know, you got to move on. And so that's what I'm doing. But I want you to know I am okay. Keep sending your prayers. Keep sending your love. I embrace it. I receive it. But I don't want you worried about me. I'm gonna fight to be back on my feet, 100% and back to business. And that's all for now.